Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today I'm going to show you the little bag that I want to make. This is the stuff that I was telling you about, the netting. So all I've done was I cut a piece. It's 19 inches long, or wide, I guess wide because it's the width of it. I folded it in half like this, and that's about the size of a bag that I want to make. I'm going to put the zipper up here. This is the fabric that I'm going to use to go with the bag. Now, I'm just guessing at it, so all I've done was started out with 3 inches. This is where the zipper is going to go. And I did 2.5 for the border around it. And here is my zipper. So we'll come over here to the sewing machine. I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this together and make a bag. Okay? The very first thing I did was I folded it to figure out where I wanted to put my zipper. And I want to put my zipper on the top part. So just folded it. And then what I'm looking to do is I am looking to put the zipper across this. But I don't want to sew the zipper on that, so I'm going to sew the zipper on this. So I'm going to put this on each end of this here. Now this does not look like it's even. Let me see if it is or not. A little bit off. It's really not that hard to cut. You might think it is. Now, this is what I'm looking at. Something to go over this so it's got a little bit off of it to put the zipper on it. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and iron it in half, and then go ahead and iron it 2 more times like this and like this, and then go this way with it and slip it on there. All right, let's see if we can do that. All right, so I have these 2 strips ironed. Now keep in mind we're going to end up cutting them off, but all I want to do is cover this end here. Okay, and I can feel right here, if I just go, I'll show you here, on the edge like that, like this here, and then just cover it over. That'll work. So what I'm going to do, I think the first time around, is I'm going to, here, let me put it over here at the sewing machine. I went ahead and I pinned it on, whoopsie dips, like that. I guess I ought to change my thread. I went ahead and I put purple in the bobbin, and my thread up top is actually a purple and a pinkish, a dark pink. So this is going to have variegated coming out of it, but that's okay. So I've got this set right side to the inside, and then we're going to flip it when we get it done. And I'm just using the 2.5 inches. Nothing special. I'm just making it up as I go along. I could have used clips instead of pins, but that's all right. And I'm just following my foot. I have it on the edge of the fabric. It's not a 1/4 inch or anything. Now I'm going to take this. I'm not taking this to the ironing board because I don't want it to melt. I'm just going to press down with my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it match, which gives me, actually, I might have to open this a little bit more now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see here, because I want a little bit of a lip for my zipper, and I need, let's see if that's going to work. That will probably be better. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to iron a 1/4 inch on this right here. Okay, so I did a 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to match that. Turn it to me so I can see it. And I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to pin it, and I'm just trying to cover up the other piece. That's all. Let's see if I can get it. Whoops. Had a little of my own skin in there. Feeling how this plastic feels, I could probably put a zipper right on it, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of wanted to put it on fabric. Let's see if this is going to be enough, or if I need to increase it and make my thing bigger. I don't know yet. Let's see here. Okay. So we have it like this. Let me see how much of my needle am I going to feel on there. I don't know. I mean, I could get my needle right up against it. I got 1/8 of an inch, but that's kind of making it too tight, I think. Hold on one second. I'm going to give it a thought. All right, when all else fails, start over. I ripped it out. And what I've done is I took, whoops, a 1/4 inch, sewed it up on my sheet, my piece. Now I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to sew it so I can flip it. I'll just put a couple pins in here to hold it. Make it up as you go along. Okay. So I'm just keeping it on the edge. Right off the edge. Okay. Now we can flip it. Let me iron it. Measure that. So I put it under 7/8 inch. So you can make it an inch if you want. This way, when I come back over this and sew it, then I've got plenty of fabric, because I have all of this for my zipper. I'm going to go ahead and pin it off the edge here. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the opening here in my foot. This is a piece of plastic, and I'm going to put it right on the edge there when I sew it. Come off the fabric there. Pull this one out. All I'm doing is making sure it is on that fabric and covering it from the first time around. Ouch. Oh my goodness gracious. I should have pinned my pins the other direction. always put another stitch if you don't feel like you got it down far enough. Let's take a look at the other side. Looks okay. Trim this edge here. There we go. Now we're going to repeat the same process on this end, because we're going to want our zipper to be on both of these purple edges. So here's what I have as the inside. That's the outside. So remember, we sew it on the inside so we can flip it to the outside. So this is the inside. I got a bend here. I have already sewn this 1/4 inch. So it goes like this. I'm going to go down with my pin this time, now that I stabbed myself. I don't really have any kind of problem with this plastic sticking here. It's not sticking to my machine or anything. Now remember, I ironed this like that and then folded it over like this. So I'm going to go ahead and iron this down. I hope you can see this a little bit better. I was going to put this at the bottom, but here we go. Let's see. I'm hoping that's not in your face. You can see it. And I'm repeating the same process that I did a little while ago. And now we're going to put the zippers on here. So the first thing you're going to do, and it doesn't make any difference how big your zipper is, it can always be bigger than your project because you can cut the zipper down. So here's my zipper. And so just so you know, take your bag and act like you got the outside, the inside, so that you know how to put the zipper on. So I want to put it on so it's like this. And like this. So that means I need to take the zipper and it needs to be pinned to this here. Let me see if I can get it started here for you. And you know what? It might be better off if it's not pinned and I just put it on there. Let's just do that. Let me get my different foot because I'm going to use the small little foot. Now here's the zipper foot, whoopsie dips, that I'm going to use. And it looks like that. It's really little, which makes it get close to the zipper, which is what I want it to do. Okay. Now you got your needle over. Don't forget to do that, because if you come down on your foot, you'll break it. Your needle, not your foot. Unless you have a plastic foot, then you break your foot. All right. So I'm starting off of the plastic. And what I'm doing, I'll show you here. So, see how my foot is right here on the edge where my zipper's at? That's where I'm going to sew it, because my needle is on the left. That'll give me a little bit of a gap here. Otherwise, if I come down, start on the bottom down here and turn it around and come to me, it'll be closer. But I'm going to probably do 2 passes so that it's held on better. It'll just give it more strength for zipping and unzipping the bag. Now I will be locking this into place. All right. And it is off of this, by the way. I don't want that to come up. Let's take this off here. And I brought my foot over closer. I didn't think I could do that, but I did. All right, so that is sewn on there. You can barely see it with that purple thread on the back side. Here it is on the front side. All right, so the very first thing I did was I laid it on this little board here. I put the board behind it. And then I pinned it all along here. And now I'm going to sew on this end, on each end, to hold it in place before I unzip it. Let's see if that'll work. So you just lift it up like this, just as if it was a piece of fabric. And I'm just using the zipper needle. It's not hurting a thing. The main thing is to make sure that the zipper stays just as close on the second piece as it did the first piece, which is why I'm doing this seam right here, which won't be seen eventually, and move it back to open it. I don't want it stuck on this side of the seam, because you want to get into it. Hold the teeth together on the zipper. I'll show this as soon as I get it done here. Okay, let me show it to you. All I did was sew this seam right here. Sewed it straight down there. Same thing at the other end right here. That's just holding this so that when I unzip this, so it doesn't come apart, because I don't want the zipper to come apart. Now, this might seem kind of weird, but I went ahead and I cut this end apart, but it's still attached here so that I can open it and sew it now. I'm going to try to go down here to the end of it. Let's see. Okay, it's getting just as close, which is good, because that's what I need. Just as close. All right. should have thought this zipper part out a heck of a lot better. This is a crummy way to do that. Terribly crummy. Let me get this back piece cut off too, because I got to open my zipper to move it out of the way. Okay, so there's the zipper. I'm going to take those, well, I don't even need to take those stitches out actually. I'm going to leave them in. I'm going to have the zipper up here. And I think I want to put another stitch on it. A closer stitch actually is what I want to do. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I'm trying to think. Okay, so what I did was I just turned it around so that I can get closer to the zipper right there, which is what I can do. I can get pretty darn close to that zipper. And we're going to do that. I'm just going to push in on this as I slowly come down. Probably can't see anything, but you'll see my work here. When I'm done, I'll show it to you. Okay, so you can see that I got right up against that zipper. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to show it to you here. Let's see if you can see that. Let me back it up a minute. There we go. Okay, so I lay this down just like it were a piece of fabric. And I put my ruler up against it. And I get my rotary cutter. And I cut it off. Okay, that gets trashed. Now, before you cut this end off, put your zipper in there, because you want to be able to open it. Set it down, just like before. Move over here so you can see it. Let me make sure you can see it. Yep. Line it up. And off it comes, just like that. And there you go. Now we're going to put binding around here. And that's it. Okay. Whatever you do right now, don't pull your zipper off. So go ahead. I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew this together right there in that spot so that it holds on. Now here's where I'm using the clips because I'm only putting binding down the side. I don't want it anywhere else. And hopefully this doesn't pull on me here. Nope, it's doing okay. Adjust the bottom down here because it's going to be too big. All I'm doing is folding it under. Let's see if that's good. The other side real quick. Oh yeah, so half of that other piece is big enough. Let me roll this down here. All I did was do that right there. I put a seam on the last one to start, but it doesn't need a seam. Just fold it in half, flip it on here. Just go along the whole thing and put clips on it. And I do have my zipper opened. Although I need to back up the camera, y'all aren't in it. There you go. And then I'll wait till I get to the end down here to fold it because the last time I had to readjust it as I came down on it. Okay, let's sew this one. So I've already got it turned. It's on the edge. And I'm going to lock it into place. Keep it on the edge here. Okay, so too much here, so I'm going to cut some of this off. I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it. I think it's trying to figure out where it goes, like right there. Like that. So all I do is fold it in half, push it down, lock it into place. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to roll it over and clip it. And I'll show you how you can see it. Hold on one second here. Oops, I didn't quite get it down at the bottom. Darn it, and I want it down there. Alright, I'm going to take that out. Because keeping in mind, I just rolled it under is all I did, so I can extend that without having to take it all out. It's just that I did a pretty good locking it in place. Which, like anything else, you can use your seam ripper and rip it out. All right, let me turn this off. It's going to be a minute. Gosh, I barely gave myself any at the end down here. And I mean, I barely gave myself some. I probably got that turned under 1/8 of an inch, if I'm lucky. To make another one of these, I gotta make sure I give it enough. Okay. Lordy. Nothing like jipping yourself, huh? Alright, now I will use the clips. So this is what it looks like. And you can see that extra fabric on the back side. Both of them's got it. So that's where I'm going to take my pressure foot and I'm going to go all along that so that I can go ahead and just catch it right there. It'll be on the front part here. So I'm going to put some red thread in now for the top, and I'll leave the purple in for the back, and then I'll go down here in red. Of course, it won't help to go right there, will it? So let's just do that in the purple right now. Let me see here. How is this going to work? I think it's going to have to go like this. Move that out of the way. And I think if I can go over with my left needle, let's see if I can get it close enough to catch it. That's going to be the thing, is catching it. So let me see if I can. I'm going to do the purple right here. And let's see, did I catch it? Yes, I did. All right, so we're going to stay with the purple first, and then I'll go and get the red thread. Switch it like this to get it on this side. And I'm stopping where the zipper's at. I don't want it to go with the zipper. So you can see it on there. I guess you can see it on there. Whoops. My pins are... Get the other one over here. And then let me change it to red thread. Whoops, it did not thread that time. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I know what's going on. Well, I can't believe that actually threaded my left-hand needle. But it did. It must have recognized it. All right, let's take that clip off. Let's start over here. And let's see here. Just back and forth a couple of times there. And as soon as I get ready to get up to this purple, I'll stop. Back and forth it a couple of times. That. Go up here. really wasn't sure how this bag would turn out, but I'm kind of liking it. Coming to the home stretch here. Get it finished. Let's go a little depth. Get that pushed in there. I don't think it's going to come apart. Let's get some of these pieces clipped off of it. Well, there it is, all finished. I really, really like it. Just to give you an idea how big it is, I put the rotary cutter next to it. It's got the zipper here, which I'm not left-handed, so I can't get it. Hold on one second there to give you an idea of what you could put in it. And now I'm going to get a pull for that zipper. So hold on one second. Let's see what I got for a little cute pull. It's a little puppy paw. And I put a red one of these on it since it's up against the purple. I could have put purple, but I wanted to do red. So I think that's pretty cute. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I hope it wasn't too confusing with the zipper part. And one day I'll do a bag with vinyl. But I thought this was pretty interesting. And I kind of like the way it turned out. So thanks everybody for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.